Hello and welcome to our Economics Visit Day presentation. I'm Sarah Smith and I'm the Head of Economics at Bristol. I know these are really difficult and unusual times for you to be making decisions about your future. I'm really sorry you can't visit us in person. I hope that this presentation and the other presentations and videos available on our website will help to answer some of the questions that you may have. I hope you get to visit Bristol at some point. It's a great place to study, and I know for a lot of people the city itself is the main attraction. But I'm going to talk about three things that go together to make Bristol a good choice for economics. I'm going to talk about our academic reputation, I'll talk about our teaching, and I'll talk about the fact that when you leave Bristol, you'll have a really bright future ahead of you. Bristol is one of the leading universities in the UK, particularly when it comes to research quality. In the last academic research excellence framework, which ranks all the research done by all departments at different universities in the UK, economics was ranked first for the impact of our research. That means that staff here are doing work that has a direct impact on policy and practice. And we have a very strong academic reputation, and we can boast a Nobel Prize winner among our former staff. Economics is a very broad discipline, and staff here work on a wide variety of different topics, including studying the digital economy, looking at health and education, employment, and developing economic methods with which to estimate economic models. A common feature of a lot of the work that we do is it's very applied, so analysing large data sets to produce rigorous evidence. What about our teaching? Well, we're innovative. We regularly review what we teach and think about whether we need to introduce new courses to give new skills. So we've recently introduced a course on data skills and also skills in communicating economics to non-experts. We were among the first economics departments to roll out a new curriculum. It uses real-world issues to introduce economic thinking and is a response to criticisms of economics that it was very dry and the models were very stylized. So Bristol, along with other leading universities, introduced a new curriculum called Core Economics, which tried a different approach to teaching economics. We're also home to the Economics Network. So our staff teach other staff at other universities how to teach economics, and we really care about teaching and learning quality in economics higher education. We will challenge you when you are here. Our courses have a high level of maths and stats and quite a lot of technical content. This might not appeal to all of you, so you need to think about whether it's something that you want. But actually, a lot of our students really like being able to apply their technical skills to think about real-world issues. And the technical level means that you leave the degree program with some really good transferable skills. So you'll learn analytical and quantitative skills, we'll give you training in data handling and programming, and most of you will do a dissertation in your final year, which allows you really to bring all the economic thinking and modelling and apply it to an empirical real-world project. We also offer a very broad curriculum, so we have a number of joint honours programmes which combine economics with related disciplines, so you can do economics with maths or economics with management or economics with politics, and there's also a very wide range of optional courses. There's another presentation on the course structure and content which will give you a lot more detail on the options that are available to you. Finally, let's talk about the future that lies ahead of you when you leave Bristol. So economics as a degree equips students with very highly employable skills. You learn to analyse problems using rigorous frameworks. You'll learn to organise, interrogate, and interpret data, and those quantitative skills are really useful in a wide variety of different jobs. And you learn to communicate your ideas. So a good economist is someone who has the technical training, can use technical models and methods, but is able to draw out implications for policy and practice and talk to decision makers. An economics degree leads to a wide variety of different career options. So a lot of graduates go and work in finance and banking, but that's not the only thing you can do with an economics degree. Many students also work in accounting or consultancy. Many go on to work in public policy in government departments or central banks or regulatory bodies, or they go and work for non-profit organisations, particularly around in development. And the types of technical quantitative skills you have are highly sought after in industry, particularly big data companies. You could also think about going to behavioural insights if you're interested in applying behavioural economics. And there are also opportunities for economists on many graduate trainee programs. There's lots of different support available to you to help think about what career you might want to choose. The Career Service works with students across the university and provides general support and advice. They provide access to major employers and organise careers fairs, and they run quick fix sessions, everything from producing the perfect CV to finding an internship to thinking about what career choice is best for you. We also work closely with the Professional Liaison Network to produce subject-specific opportunities. So that's how you can find out what it's like to work as an economist. We run professional mentoring for second years, linking them up with someone working as an economist so they can learn more about the job and also how the person got to be where they are. And there are insight talks from people working as economists and work experience opportunities. Finally, there are the student societies. The Economics, Finance and Management Society is the biggest subject student society. There's also a banking society and investment society, and they organise talks by alumni, career events, and peer-to-peer support in thinking about how to find valuable internship opportunities in the first, second, and third year. Economics is a degree that gives you a highly transferable set of skills, and Bristol is a university which is highly targeted by leading employers. Put those two things together, and our economics graduates do very well in the workplace. The Institute of Fiscal Studies recently did a study looking at the salaries of graduates 5 years after they'd left university and how much they earned depending on which university they went to and which subject they studied. They found that Bristol economics graduates were among those enjoying the highest returns of any degree subject at any university in the country. I don't know if you can see the BBC headline from November 2018 when the study was published, but it says that women studying maths at Oxford and men taking economics at Bristol get the biggest increase in earnings from going to university. And the women studying economics at Bristol don't do too badly either. What do our graduates do to get these great salaries? Well, about a third of them work in finance, about a third of them work in accounting and consultancy, about 10% work for the public sector, and then the rest go on to a range of other career destinations. You can see some of the recent employers that have hired our graduates. And there's also the possibility of postgraduate study. Our students have recently gone on to some of the most prestigious courses in the UK and other countries, and one of our students recently secured a pre-doc at Harvard. So thanks very much for watching. I hope this presentation and other presentations are available will help to give you an idea of what life is like at Bristol. You can find out more about the course content and structure. You can hear from the graduates, our graduates, when they were receiving their degrees at the graduation ceremony last summer. And you can also find out a little bit more about the professional mentoring program. So good luck in making your choice, and I do hope to welcome many of you here soon.